Well, back to the forecast, talking about another round of winter weather coming this weekend.
Yeah, Brad, what are you seeing?
Yeah, certainly going to see snow this weekend. There's really not a lot of question about that. The question is the amount. So we're looking at snowfall on Saturday and really cold air in place. And Saturday is certainly going to be frigid with temperatures staying below the freezing mark all weekend long. What makes this system so unique, it's a pure snow event as we have no mixture, no warm air aloft. In fact, it's brutally cold above our heads, even colder than normal. This is abnormally cold air from all layers of the atmosphere. So it's all snow. The question is how much. The one thing we're lacking is a lot of moisture. And the problem with that is when you see a system come from the north, you need low pressure to crank up to pull moisture from the Gulf Stream. And if that doesn't happen, this will be a light snow event. But if it does pull that moisture, watch out because of the cold, dry air. That would fluff the snow up and it would take very little moisture to create a lot of snow. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But pretty much starting late Friday night after midnight. So not Friday during the day or even the evening. It's overnight. So midnight, remember, is technically Saturday morning. That will be all day Saturday, tapering off on Sunday. But the cold lingers into Monday morning. In fact, Monday will be the coldest so far, maybe the coldest in 6 or 7 years. We have to go back to December, maybe 2022, the last time we had cold air like this. But this could have snow on the ground. There's our disturbance. You can see it right there. Even if we didn't have the coastal low develop, that would produce some light snow in and of itself. That's why the confidence is so high, because we have two ways to get snow here. So it's either going to be just the disturbance or the low pressure on the coast. So you've got two opportunities for snowfall with this system as it moves in. So the chances of impacts, and when we say moderate impacts, this means travel impacts. So look at the highways. If you're traveling north, east, south, west, almost doesn't matter on Saturday into early Sunday, you're going to have slick roads. We're not worried about power lines. We're not worried about trees. We're worried about travel primarily. Now, right now, we don't have our first snowfall map until 11 o'clock tonight. The heavier snow will be off to the east, lighter snow to the west, but some of the mountains could see heavier on the backside, especially if the low cranks up. There could be some northwest flow, but this is a rare case where we'll actually see heavier snow, likely somewhere east of the mountains. So the snow meter right now, it's at a 4 because we have a legit chance of snow. It certainly could go higher based on our totals, but we know for sure we're going to have some snow around here. And right now, based on what we see today, there's a 25% chance of a trace to an inch, so measurable snow, a sure bet. 55%, that's 1 to 4 inches, and just a 20% chance of 5 inches plus, but that could go up or down based on that low pressure, and that's the kind of question I'll be dealing with tonight. So just to give you a sneak peek at our future cast, you could see all of the snow developing Saturday. The question is how much of this evaporates or sublimates on the way to the ground. So that could eat up some of the first snow. That's why the totals are still a little questionable. Eventually we'll saturate the whole atmosphere and this will reach the ground. But look at the temperatures. Look how cold it is, low 20s. So pretty cold snow event all in all. And when you have cold, dry air, the snowfall ratios are much higher. Instead of an 8 to 1, which is typical for us, meaning 1/10 of an inch of liquid equals 8/10 of an inch of snow, sometimes it's right 10 to 1 that gets you an inch, but in this case, you're probably looking at 15 to 1, which means 1.5 inches of snow. So you're fluffing it up. Think Carolina powder, kind of a rare setup around here. So here's a look at your weekend forecast. Again, Saturday's the day with snow, but it's cold the entire weekend into early next week. Quick look at your Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. Cold weekend. We are a weather impact alert for the entire time. And again, that cold air will be sticking around into early next week.
Brett, thank you. As Myers